I mean, I'm just so tired of all these people coming and telling me about my man and his side chicks. I'm just tired. Really, Sierra? Are you really tired? Are you really tired? What is up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and I am here once again to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We are in Season 7, Episode 10, perhaps wrongfully titled The Friendtervention. I personally would like to call it, as someone put it on Twitter, the Megabus Convention. And I also said everybody need to get down to the free clinic and go see Dr. Jackie. I know my reviews, all of them are delayed. If you follow this channel, which if you're not, you should subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be up to date whenever I upload videos. Just kind of this week, I've kind of just been in a funk, and I don't really know why, but Diva's on the way back up, so I'm back doing videos. So hopefully I'll have all of them done, which would include Southern Charm, New Orleans, Real Housewives of Potomac, Basketball Wives. This last episode was, it was okay, but I'm still going to talk about it because I also want to include Shawnee's Home Court and just discuss some of the things. That is actually a really good show. But let's get back to the matters at hand. When we last left off, we learned that Kirk's mother had passed away, and they are in a funeral. We saw Todd Tucker made a special guest appearance. I don't know if Candy was there, because I know Candy and Rasheeda are best friends. As a matter of fact, I think it was it's always been like Candy, Rasheeda, Toya Wright, and it used to be Tamar, but I don't even know if Tamar is even cool with them, and Tiny. They're at the funeral. It's a very sad occasion because, you know, Kirk shares with us his mom, Gloria, was only 68 years old, which in this day and age, that is young. So I can sympathize. It is a shock, but I guess there were no known health issues, because usually we're prepared when we know that a loved one has health issues, but it still hurts just the same. And his father is there. His father seems really cool. He's like, I can't lose my dad. Either way, this is the opportunity for him and Rasheeda to come closer. And one of the things that was put into perspective for both of them is I think it was him that said that, you know, we just don't want to leave out on bad terms. So I'm like, y'all need to resolve whatever these issues are. Y'all going to stay together? Or are you going to co-parent and just be business partners? What are you going to do? But I think Rasheeda is going to stay with him. And Funky Dineva even said, like, who wants to start over after all those years? But I've had relatives that have gotten divorces and have just, you know, they're living their best lives past 60. Some of them got divorced after 60. So it happens. Kirk and Rasheeda are going to stay together. In addition, we learned in this episode, following the funeral, Rasheeda had to get back to Atlanta to film her workout video. Comment down below and let me know, would you be interested in participating in a fitness program designed by Rasheeda? Because I don't think she's really a big-time fitness person to begin with. I think this is just an ability to make more money for Kirk and his management component, because Rasheeda said that she was getting ready to open Press 2 in the Houston Galleria. Girl, just make sure you get on one of the higher floors, because the last time, it wasn't Harvey, but it was another hurricane that came through there. The Galleria got flooded. And I don't even know if it was a hurricane. It's just like in Houston, certain parts, you just have to be careful where you decide to live because it floods. And the Galleria did get flooded. But Press 2 is coming. Kirk like, what you mean you done signed a lease on me? I was like, Papa Smurf, if you don't chill the fuck out. She was like, you got extra bills. I know that's right, Rasheeda. And you know what? She had every right. I said, ooh, the kid gloves and came off after this funeral, child. Okay. Also, we have other issues going on. Couples breaking up and falling apart in this episode. K. Bocce and Keely. Keely, hostile ass, coming to her, you ready to do this or what? I'm like, you are so hard. What? I'm from Detroit. I'm like, girl, what that mean? Either way, K. Bocce and Keely are both responsible for the downfall of this relationship, if in fact there was ever even really a relationship. There didn't seem to be a lot of love lost between them. But Keely is upset because Blue was at this party that Kay Bocce pointed out I told you not to even come to. You were wrong for showing up, and that's why you were embarrassed and looked a hot fool in the end, Keely. Kay Bocce is upset with her because she never revealed, lies by omission, knowing that he knew Blue, never revealed that that was the father of her child. Well, good. You just got with another. You now know I was messing around with another fuck boy. If I was Kay Bocce, I'd been like, so you just saying I was another fuck boy? I mean, like, I'm about my business. Because he seems to be a nice guy. I mean, he, granted, he was cheating on her. Now, that was wrong, Kay Bocce. You could have told Keely if y'all were seriously in a relationship, especially if it's a sexual one, because we got to protect ourselves out here. You could have told her about Crystal. Keely said she from Detroit. Don't mess with me. Don't come for me. I'm still trying to figure out, if you from Detroit, what the fuck does that mean? Can somebody tell me what she is trying? Like, they harder than most. Finally, Kay Bocce had enough of Keely, and when he said there is a big hole in the wall over there, you can just go right through it, I was like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Usually the saying goes, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. But he told her there's a big old hole. You can just see your way through there. So they're done. Obviously, there is no love lost between them. But Keely and her child's father, Xavier, do have a meet and greet to talk about the parameters of his visitation and how he must be consistent with Xavier. We learned, sadly, that Keely had a very close relationship with her father, and he unfortunately decided to take his own life by suicide, shotgun to the head. And Keely, that may explain in some respects why Keely is always so hostile. Maybe she's still angry at the world and angry with her father for not. Well, I don't know what would have prompted him to commit suicide. Maybe there was a terminal illness and he just felt like he didn't want to go through the suffering, or maybe there were some mental health issues. But she does not want her son to have to be without his father. So there is, Xavier enters with the nanny. He's all happy, confused. He's just he has such a happy disposition. He's so cute. But I did think he was a little confused about what man in the room was his daddy. Because, you got production over here, and you got this man that kind of looked like me sitting over here. But he has a very happy disposition. And I'm like, thank God, because Keely has this nasty, even if she doesn't say a word, her face is like, I'm the most unfriendliest person you ever want to meet. And even if her face is, her body language says it too. So I don't know. I was like, girl, you work in the record industry where you like the female Suge Knight, because that's what you giving me. You giving me Suge Knight tease. That's what it is. But either way, I hope that works out. No child should be deprived of his father. And by the way, if you hear scratching, that is Miss Pumpkin, my Shih Tzu. She likes to do this when I'm filming because that's what Miss Pumpkin does, because she likes to be the center of attention. I really need to, once I get on my financial feet, I've really got to get another dog to be her companion dog. At the end, I want to wrap this whole thing up with the Friendtervention and Blue's private joy. Spice and Erica Mena do meet up. Spice wants to meet up to talk about Tommy with Erica. How that gonna work out? The reason why is because we all know that in the beginning when Miss Erica Mena came into the ATL, her target was Miss Tommy. Honey, she want Tommy's juice box. Okay. Let me just say this for thirsty females out there, because I recently had something happen to me at a bar where I was doing some open mic work. I had a female comedian pretty much because I guess she didn't have any other material, and she thought I was an attractive female, and I was like, you look like Mama June, but okay. Decided to proposition me for my box as well, and I was like, I don't bump donuts. I'm sorry. Strictly strictly men, okay? I'm not part of the sexually fluid community, or, yeah, no, sorry. But the way Erica Mena came out to Tommy was just like, ugh, me too, time's up. I don't know what would prompt Spice to want to talk to Erica Mena about Tommy's behavior, which Erica Mena does try to say, well, you know, she's been through a lot in this industry, so she may be hesitant. And even though I don't particularly care for Erica Mena, that does bring up a teachable moment. You can learn a lot from reality TV. Broken people, hurt people sometimes have been so hurt and disappointed in this world until they don't even know when they've gotten hold of a good thing. That's a job opportunity, a friend, a relationship, it doesn't matter. Sometimes they just don't recognize it. And also there becomes that fear factor of this is too good to be true. So I'll give that to Erica Mena. But then Spice started talking crazy. I'm like, y'all don't seem to go together. Because Spice, I done met somebody. And God, he is always calling me and asking to take me out. And I'm like, Tiberius. She said, well, Tobias, that's his name. But I still like calling the boy Tiberius. Because he looks like a boy to me. And I'm like, isn't Spice like in her 30s or something? I have to Google that and look that up. Because I'm just like, no, girl, you don't want that. He strikes me. Now that right there, that strikes me as a fuckboy. I could be wrong, but now that explains in the super trailer why we saw Tokyo and Spice getting into it is because Spice obviously is going to proceed with seeing Tiberius. They also, I think Spice also shares the fact that Estelita is around here creeping with Stevie J after all them alligator crocodile tears she'd have cried about. There was a poor Panamanian girl on the streets of Panama and I came from nothing. I had nothing. My body was objectified and Stevie has me in a 5-year contract. Erica like, I'm gonna talk to her, but oh well. And Erica does. Estelita, I guess, is getting ready for this showcase, her solo showcase, because I don't know who else they gonna strap on with her, because just Brittany, who is actual talent, ain't gonna be part of it. And Erica Mena said she should have like, but who would want to hear her struggle vocals on top of Estelita's struggle vocals and her struggle moves? So when confronted, Estelita's like, well, I didn't want to tell you because you're so judgmental. I just didn't know what to tell you about him. Stevie is puppy. No, he's not my puppy. He's my manager. He's been putting in real work. I'm like, he been putting in work on that ass. That's what he been doing. Basically, Erica tells her, you know, you the one who was crying wolf out here. And you looking real stupid. You're looking real dumb out here. And that's true, Estelita. We were all rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. In the words of Tyra Banks. And you just really disappointed us, especially considering you should know how Stevie J is. But again, this is unscripted reality TV, and therefore this could just be all part of the drama that keeps us coming back every week. Thank you, Mona Scott, for the distractions from the real reality sometimes. We just need a break, even if it's just 1 hour, y'all. It's okay. We can all enjoy the craziness and still be woke. You know, people get like me, get criticized for being conscious and also goofy. I'm like, I'm a comedian. This stuff, get into it, people. Most of the people, I'm like, you don't know how to tell a joke or catch my sense of humor or anyone's sense of humor, so why am I concerned about you? Basically, Estelita's thought on the matter is, yeah, I talked about it because you were my friend, and I don't need you to judge me. I just need for you to hear me out. Okay, I get that. But at the same time, you had Spice even offering you free legal counsel to get you out of that bullshit ass contract that Stevie J constructed for you. So, yeah, we all feel like we got played, Estelita. Bottom line. Then we have a meeting with Tiara and KK. KK has been reaching out to Tiara because she wants to see one of her grandchildren, King, which is Scrap's son, between him and Tiara. Now, KK coming in talking about, girl, I've been down here waiting. You done had me meet you in a dungeon. I ain't seen not one living soul come up in here. Okay, this ain't cool. Needless to say, they sat down and they talk about how can we reach some sort of resolution for King's other family to be a part of his life. Because it's very important that he knows both sides. Also, Karen says that she's checked with a number of people and all she knows is that Scrap will not be coming out of prison until July 2019. Now, we all were watching it as an audience. We even heard the Bells bondman call down and check and say, yeah, he won't be getting out or eligible to be considered to get out until July 2019. Tiara doesn't want to believe this because Tiara is so thirsty and desperate for Scrap to get out because the last man she had treated her so bad and did her so wrong. She just figured, hell, let me go back to what I know, even if he is a fuckboy. I'd much rather be with him than to be with the loser I was with out here spreading disease and lies and debt. They don't reach a resolution. Tiara dines and dash. She said, I ain't got no money. You got this, and leaves, okay? I was like, and then there's a little confessional at the end of, if you watch it online, because I have to go back and rewatch it, but she said, hell yeah, I dined and dashed because they have not contributed to King at all financially. So yeah, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I've been doing this all by myself. I was like, okay, Tiara. Again, she emphasized that she was a corporate mother. I think she works for Chase, JP Morgan Chase. Also, KK is looking out for Mama D. As you know, Mama D is currently experiencing another crisis in her marriage that is far more serious than Ernest being a mama's boy. Ernest is out smoking crack rock, honey, child. So, but Mama D still got this fine ass body. KK has her meet her at some club or something, and there's some nice piece of young chocolate waiting. Mama D like, yes, Lord, just what I need, Lord. I need for them to give me a titty booty and all kinds of massage. I was like, oh, Mama D, you and Jackie from Basketball Wives might need to get together. Either way, she shares that Bambi is pregnant, and KK gives her words of wisdom about being a good person and a good grandma. Basically tells her, do all you can to be a good person so that you will not get locked out of your grandchild's life. Because in the conversation with Tiara, she told her, basically, I'm not going to be here always. And we all know that. We are not immortal. We're mere mortals. And we don't know when our time is going to be up. So that gave Mama D something to think about. So the geriatric crew, honey, they out here watching these Krugels. I do believe that is all for all the minor storylines. But let's get to the main event, the Friendtervention, the Mega Bus Convention, brought to you by Carly, Messy Bird is the word, Red. Now, Carly is really working hard for her coins now, honey. For I didn't know. I recently binge watched Saints and Sinners and found out that Miss Carly Red had been down there working consistently. And she probably had said this on the episode, but I usually don't pay too much mind to what Carly has to say. But she was on there for 3 seasons, and she ain't there no more. She ain't there. She had to go. So now she's working really hard for her coins. So, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. The life of Sierra and her men that cheat. We have Mimi Faust. We have, and I'm laughing because, just wait. Okay. Mimi Faust, Tokyo, Carly, of course, Sierra, some girl that looked like the chick from NCIS, are initially in this scene. So Carly is like, well, the streets have been talking about BK, and, I just want to get everybody together so we can talk about what he been up to. I was like, oh, Lord. Amber, she's like, yeah, Amber is like his old friend. And I was like, that's what he told you. Here's the thing with BK, because this is how it all came out. And some of the dialogue I will talk about too. Somebody said that Amber, shouldn't she be in somebody's lab analyzing blood samples? Who was that said that? Did I give him? I forgot who said it. Either way, shout out to you. That was funny. So Sierra was like, yeah, he told me all about you. He was like, babe, you know, Amber's my friend. She calling me to get advice and stuff. And babe, and Amber was like, babe. Oh, is that what he got? So I thought you were his best friend. She was like, I am his best friend, but he's also my man. And she was like, man. And then Tokyo was like, yeah, girl, that's what she said. You got a problem with that? And I was like, oh shit, Tokyo gonna turn over a damn table. Amber basically just comes with it and says, we've been fucking for 10 years. Every time I see him, we have sex. So yeah, that's the bottom line. And I do have receipts. And when Tokyo said, it's tax season, let us see them. That all comes out. And Sierra, this was her. Anybody can manufacture text messages. I was just like, okay. So God himself could come down from heaven and tell you that BK means you no good and you would just be right there. Okay. I'm just tired of all these randoms coming out claiming they with my man. I'm just tired of it. But girl, we needed to have this. Tokyo said this thing is messy, and I will say it is messy because Carlac, did you or did you not have sex with him on said date and time? I was like, okay, counselor, on the cross-examination. Here we go. Then another girl walks in, Joy. She's like, oh my God, this is your life. It's like, Sarah's like, this is your life, basically. That was the look on her face, like, Joy's my client. Like, I do her eyebrows. I was like, you doing your man, just like you doing her eyebrows. Because Joy came in and she was like, and she's also BK's artist. And Joy was looking like, but I'm more than an artist, honey. I'm his private Joy. Basically, BK got a bunch of broccoli bitches. Okay, these are side chicks. Shout out to David Arnold for that. I got that from him. Got broccoli bitch and mashed potatoes over here. And I guess Sierra's supposed to be the steak. But, I don't know. It just seems to me like Sierra just always is. I don't know. But like somebody else said online, they were like, if you've been messing around with BK for 10 years, you just a jump off at this point. Because, that's all you got. You ain't got nothing else out this relationship, just some good sex. And it must be good because all these women are like, yeah, I slept with BK too. And I'm just like, everybody need to go to the clinic. But for Joy not to say anything, you letting this woman wax or thread or whatever it is Sierra does to these eyebrows, and you didn't say anything. She was like, we cool, but I just really felt like this is something we should have talked about one-on-one. Amber even recorded the conversations when he was saying that BK was saying that Sierra is really his truly best friend. And that's when I said to myself, I said, it is so easy for men to be like, yeah, that's my best friend. And yes, you can be in a relationship with your best friend, but that also, you should also add the part about that's my girlfriend too. My girlfriend is my best friend. My wife is my best friend. However you want to look at it. But at the same time, Sierra, you kind of set yourself up for that. So now it's getting messy. Mimi's like, this is just a whole hot mess. Carly may have had the best intentions, but yeah, this maybe a little one-on-one directness would have been better. And I think that would have been too. But Carly's messy. She is the architect of mess on this show. She loves to keep mess going. Needless to say, this gets out of hand with Amber and Joy. They have to clear out. Security has to come in. Joy throws a drink on Carly. Carly is in shock, and everybody's leaving. Sierra's like, I'm out. I can't do this. Tokyo. And she's like, I just took a drink for you, Sierra. What you gonna do that? And that's when Tokyo was like, that's all on you, Carly. And it is all on you, Carly. You knew when you set this up that there was a possibility that there would be a fallout. And it was. And she was talking crazy and stuff, going off. And, you mess with the wrong one. I can't believe it. And she was like, and Tokyo basically told her, bottom line is, You still my partner. You drunk and talking crazy right now. You be okay, girl. So just calm the fuck down because you don't want none of this, okay? Tokyo was like, I'm gonna go make groceries. She was really upset about this, but you can't be upset. This is the mess that you made, and that's why you got mess on your face now. So there you go. Then on top of that, Sierra does go and confront BK about what was going on. BK is like, well, you know, Amber's that crazy chick that I told you that's my friend, and she was trying to have sex with me, but I put her out. We found out during the Friendtervention Megabus tour that, no, you didn't put her out without giving her a little something she could feel. He tells her this. Sierra is just like, you know, I went through all this with Scooter and now you doing this to me. She brought up Amber. Then when she said Joy, BK was like, Joy who? Like Joy the soap? Like what? Who you talking about? Oh yeah, no, you know, well, you know, when I came down here to Atlanta, she was someone I could talk to and be with, and I got with her. Yeah, we had relations. Notice he said had. And if you listen to that voicemail that Amber did, you know, his voice kind of went up an octave when she mentioned Joy. So that's his private joy. So he was like, yeah, I lied about the fact that, you know, I wasn't fucking her while me and Sierra were together. It was a crossover, but you know. And then he gonna tell Sierra, which I also even said this too, his only viable excuse is the fact that Sierra was married at the time that they got together, and he wasn't sure how that was going to play out, which if you weren't sure how it was going to play out, you should not have even involved yourself or immersed yourself in this situation and not have Sierra sitting up here looking like a dumbass, because it is clear to me that the men in her lives, as Sean Spade said on Twitter, they all use the Glam Shop to pick up side hoes. It's just a smorgasbord for them up in there, ain't it? But he was like, but she upset, so I don't want to tell her the truth. Well, this is going to be a pretty damn good reunion. Fireworks are going to be going off everywhere. But he told me I didn't want to mess up my future dealing with my past. But how is Joy your past when you still messing with her? Have you decided that Sierra is the one? Also, has Sierra and Scooter's divorce been finalized? He started feeling on her, kissing on her, rubbing on her booty. He was you always just pull me back in. I was like, it must be 24 karat magic down there. But either way, Sierra, at some point you're going to have to be honest with yourself that BK might not be trustworthy. And maybe he really does really want to be with you. But at some point, we have to stop manufacturing lies in our head to cover up the ugly truth. So get it together, girl. But when the fight broke out, and that's what I want to talk about real quick, Mimi was just sitting there like... Mimi like, I've seen it all before, baby this, baby that. I've seen this all before, so now I'm just gonna kick back and chill to the next episode because I'm just collecting my coins. No more drama, baby. Also, people are so petty and unforgiving. They said that at the funeral for Kirk's mom, they said that's not the same pictures they had graveside. They didn't have them outfits on. But I think, honestly, what happened in that situation is the fact that they probably had graveside the next day and buried the mother then. They may not have buried her right away. But, you know, it could be a production thing just to have the funeral set up. But I think it was legitimate. Next week, Carly Red may be back on the Lost and Found. It looks like her and that Sean dude might not make it. Little hat dude. And Tommy is going to go DMX on the ladies. Y'all going to make me lose my mind up in here. This video went on longer than I wanted to. I'm trying to get them to 20 minutes at least. But, child, diva love to talk. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. My numbers dropped. I'm at 275. I was at 277. 2 people disappeared. Either way, be sure to subscribe to Miss Sophia the Divas channel. Thank you guys for joining. And sometimes you got to take one for the team. Carly Red.